Hi everybody, welcome back to 30 Days Until Done. I'm John Branningham. We've been working on California ekphrasis, and today we're going to work with someone who is very, very closely associated with Los Angeles, David Hockney. Hockney did one of my favorite paintings. It's called The Splash. Ann and I were just talking about this, and The Splash is it captures that mid-century modern style and feeling and ethos really, really well. And if you look at The Splash, you'll see that wonderful mid-century modern house and the clothing on the bather and everything about that captures that wonderful feeling and that place, everything that those people wanted to be. But that's not the one we're going to talk about today. Today we're going to talk about a collage he did called Pear Blossom Highway. You've probably seen it. It's a lot of people have the poster, but it's a brilliant look at what a part of California that a lot of people don't see. We've been talking about the plein air painters and how they're capturing the dream of the California outside. Well, he was doing that too, but of course he's not painting these tremendous trees or mountains, right? We've got huge trees in California, the biggest in the world. He's not painting the ocean, he's painting off the 138, which is in the middle of the desert near Palmdale, which people either don't go to or just drive quickly through to get to Vegas, basically, right? Or to get to the east as they're coming through. If you've ever read any of Steinbeck's work, Grapes of Wrath, that's where the worst parts happen. That's where you lose Grandma, but you can't even leave Grandma behind. That's not a good place. A lot of people, but he shows really the beauty of it, and he does it using a very interesting technique, which is a photo collage of all these different pictures put together to make a larger statement. And I think what he's doing here, this is my interpretation, is that he's showing the disjuncture of that and what's going on there and the way we view it and how it's not quite, I don't know, there's something there that's both beautiful but also fractured. Now if I were going to be doing this, what would I write? I would write about the fact that it's taken on the Blood Highway. It's one of the most dangerous highways in the world. I was actually on a jury for a court case on that, and what I heard was pretty awful. It's a highway that has a lot of dips, and it's only 2 lanes, so a lot of people pass and then get hit head on. Or they'll be in the middle of the desert going 100 miles an hour, and there's an animal, and what do you do, right? And so there's a lot of danger there. That's what I'd read about. You might also read about technique. You might also read about the desert and what the desert actually looks like. I like Hockney, am a transplant to California. I feel very much Californian, but this isn't where I was born. And when I thought that we were going to the desert, when I found out that we were going to California, I had all these images of the desert as being this tremendously flat place with sand dunes and maybe an occasional palm tree. I was very young. I had this anxiety about seeing a palm tree. I had made my dad promise me that we'd see a palm tree because I couldn't believe anything could be that we could actually be seeing this thing I'd seen in cartoons and things. But he shows the desert for what it is and how incredibly biodiverse, how much life there is there. And I think that's part of the point of the piece as well. Okay, anyway, when you're done with this, put it down below, and I will see you tomorrow on 30 Days Until Done.